In about a week's time, Jaren had made herself thoroughly at home at the brothel. She had evidently found herself quite a few fans among the clientele, some of whom came specifically to see her. Most found her peculiar, hyper-energetic disposition overwhelming at first, but quickly warmed up to her. Not a single person seemed to dislike her, at least among those I came in contact with. Her second week, Jaren started branching out beyond the brothel. On her days off, she would go down to the pub and sing for the audience on a makeshift stage of tables. Her first day performing, she dragged me with her, claiming she was too nervous to go alone. So I sat in the corner as she sang. Everyone was quite surprised at how well she could sing, and they were particularly drawn to her unfamiliar melodies. Perhaps they were songs from her own country, or perhaps she had picked them up elsewhere. But regardless, her music and exotic appearance made for an enchanting performance. When it was over, the audience roared with applause, and I was convinced she was a much better choice to sing for them than me. By her third week, even Maria had begun to come around. At first, the most approval Jaren could squeeze out of Maria was an exasperated sigh at something dumb she said or something careless she did. But as her popularity grew, and with it the customer base, Maria softened up. "Man, I am glad to have you working here," she said with a big grin, patting Jaren on the back. To me, Maria's motivations seemed rather shallow, but considering she ran the brothel in all but name, it would have come a little to surprise that she was so easily swayed by money. Four weeks after her arrival, there was no one around who didn't know Jaren. The peacekeepers had all taken quite a liking to her as well, particularly the number one man, the big one whose name I had trouble remembering. Whenever he ran into her, he would say, "Hey there, Jan. Hey there, Jan. I'm fresh out of corn, but you want to spend the night together?" "No money, no business." "Ah, don't be such a killjoy." All the men in my life, in fact, had warmed up quite noticeably to her, including him. At meals, there were seldom quiet moments. And there was nothing wrong with that. I should have been pleased to see everyone so merry. I should have been happy. I should have celebrated their joy. But by the time a full month had passed, I found myself avoiding Jaren at every opportunity. Who could that be at this hour? I'm coming. Calm the hell down. Good morning, Jackie. Wait! Don't close the door on me. I'm bad enough with mornings as it is. The last thing I need is to start my day with is a human noisemaker. Now that's not very nice. I thought we were friends, Jackie. I'm here on business too, not to play around. Christ, fine. Want business and make it quick. House call. Wait! You didn't even let me finish before you started closing the door. First, you don't even do house calls. Second, it's past closing hours. Yeesh, you're no fun. Maybe I'll start calling you Jackie Joke Killer. Can't you at least play along for a bit before shooting it down? Why am I the one being criticized? It's way too early for this shit. I'll have you know I've never been fun. That's true. You're about as much fun as a virgin client. What did you just call me? Lee, you opened the door. So seriously, what are you here for? Obviously not a house call.
Well, if you want, I can make one.
Not a chance in hell. Get to the point now, before I toss you into the latrine.
Now, calm yourself. As someone famous once might have said, every minute angry is a day off your life.
And who do you think is making me so angry?
Anyways, Brienne needs some supplies acquired urgently. Looking for someplace willing to part with some lumber, free if possible.
Lumber? What for?
Lost a floorboard last night.
You did? But did someone get a little too into it?
Oh man, you have no idea. This big old gorilla of a guy comes in snarling like he wants to eat us alive. He starts getting on and bangs a hole in the floor. No joke. And he doesn't stop either. All the girls taking turns with him because just one's not enough to keep up. The place is howling all night long.
Wow. Sounds like quite a strenuous night.
Yep, sure would be. If it really happens. Truth is, it was just an old rotten board.
I swear to God, girl. I'm never gonna get the image out of my head either.
Aw, you're blushing, Jackie. You'd never know if you were a regular at the whorehouse.
I am not a regular, and you damn well know it. Why are you even coming to me to ask for help anyway? Surely you can handle a little shopping trip on your own.
Yeah, I kind of figured you'd say that. Though it wouldn't hurt to ask, though. Okay, I'm out of here then.
It's past closing hours. I said as much as myself a moment ago. She's just got off work and she's physically exhausted. Wait, it's fine, I'll take care of it. You go back and get some rest.
You're so sweet, Jackie. Mira's totally right. If pressuring him doesn't work, pull back. Act defeated and he'll fold quicker than the floorboard.
Damn you, Maria. Okay, so that was all you needed, right? You're done here? Or was there something else?
I just got off work and I'm super crazy tired, but I fought through it and came all the way out here.
And?
So just maybe you should be offering me a drink. Or 10.
Okay, fine. You win. It's not like you'll back down if I tell you no anyway. Come on in, sit wherever.
Whee!
So tell me something, Jaren. How much longer are you planning on working at the brothel?
Huh? Where'd that come from?
Just curious.
Sounds kinda like you don't want me there.
I never said that. In fact, your presence has been quite the boon. Maria's very pleased with the uptick in business.
Then why do you ask?
Because it's not a line of work anyone should be in for any longer than necessary.
Ah.
Are you still struggling with money?
Actually, I don't have anything I need to pay back anymore. I'm just saving up for myself.
All the more reason you should consider getting out. Find some way you can put one of your other talents to use.
I don't know. I'm not really overflowing with talent.
I can think of one at least. Your performances at the pub. They're always a huge hit. Singing is the most stable of careers now, but neither is prostitution. So if you were to choose, I'd say you may be better off going with the one that's easier on your body.
Me, a singer? Mira and the girls are so good to me, though. And I'd feel awful hopping off the boat after only 1 month.
You can't put yourself second to some feeling of indebtedness. It's your life and your body to take care of. Someone's responsibility but your own. Do what you think is best for yourself, not what you think you should be doing for others. What's so funny?
For all you try to pretend otherwise, deep down, you're a real sweet guy, Jackie.
I'm just telling you what the logical thing to do in this situation is.
Most logical businessmen wouldn't try to chase off their workers. They'd work them till there's nothing left. But that's just how it is. Prostitutes are a dime a dozen. In the grand scheme of things, they're not important enough to fret about because you can replace them easy.
I suppose. But you know this brothel's different. Rhea and I don't have a manager to answer to. No greedy bastard running the place and intent on working everyone to the bone. It was built up by the girls, so as one of the girls yourself, I'm sure they'll respect whatever decision you make. Rhea values your opinion too.
Yeah, she said the same thing when I first showed up. That it's not a job you keep for very long. I'll give it some thought.
I'm glad.
It never even occurred to me that I could make a living singing. Well, actually, I don't think it ever even occurred to me to think about my future much at all. You're a good guy, Jackie, and Maria a good boss.
We're just doing what anyone else would. So, I generally try not to pry, but I've been wondering, where were you before you came here?
What? Wow, you're really talkative today, Jackie.
I'm just in an inquisitive mood. It's been nagging at me for a while now. How low her threshold for satisfaction seems to be. I mean, out here, everyone learns to be happy with what they can get, but Jaren, in particular, feels a bit extreme.
You already know about how I was abducted, right?
Yeah, that I've heard about. Twice if not mistaken.
Yep. First time was when I was real little. Though I wasn't targeted, it was during a raid. A couple of bandits busted in, killed my mom and dad as I watched. They spared me, luckily. Sold me off to work in the field somewhere as a slave instead. And one day, while I was out on a supply run, I got swiped up and sold off again. It wasn't until about 2 years back when I started working as a prostitute. I was in a different city for a while, then I ended up here. And that about covers it. What's wrong, Jackie?
I just wasn't expecting something quite so bleak. You'd never guess from how she acted.
Well, pretty much everyone in the slums has their own sad story, don't they? Some more than others, maybe. Luckily, I never had a bad master. Everyone was really nice. I always had food and a place to sleep. So I've never felt like I had it bad.
I think that more than qualifies as having it bad.
Oh.
Have you never felt like you got the short end of the stick?
I don't even know what the stick looks like. Never mind, which end is the short one?
Well, I'll tell you, it's the one you were given. Your parents were murdered, your life suddenly turned upside down, some strange man decided you were worth this much money, selling you into slavery. You should be furious. I think you're happy right now, but let me tell you this. There's not a damn scrap of happiness to be found down here at the bottom of the ladder. It's not until you're a few rungs up, when you're not living on scraps and treated like garbage, that you'll find anything resembling real happiness.
I don't know about that. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm enjoying myself, I'm happy. Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor or hungry or what.
Sorry for losing my cool like that. It's not my place to decide what you are and aren't allowed to be happy about.
You want to climb higher up the ladder, Jackie?
Can't imagine there's anyone who doesn't. Except you just told me you were satisfied right where you are, so I guess that proves you wrong. But I can tell you that me and the gang are thoroughly through putting up with the status quo. We're holding on well enough for the time being because we're young and healthy, but here in the slums that's only worth so much.
Huh? Honestly, I can't even think more than a few minutes ahead, so I've never really been concerned about my future. But I think if the future you guys are shooting for sounds pretty great, I hope you succeed in creating your utopia.
I wouldn't go so far as to call it that.
That's basically what it is, though, right? You're trying to make the world a place where everyone's equal. Where everyone's got plenty of money and can go see a doctor when they get sick. Where no one starves to death or gets sold into slavery, right? Sounds pretty sweet. I'm rooting for you.
My goals are hardly so noble.
Say what?
Nothing. I agree that would be a nice world to live in. My dissatisfaction doesn't arise from concern for the world or others. I'm hardly so selfless.
Oh right. I just remembered something super duper important, Jackie.
And that is...
It's almost midsummer, which means festival time.
Oh, right, that's happening, isn't it?
I'm gonna go.
What's stopping you?
No, wrong answer. I'm going to read between the lines, Jackie. I want to go with everyone.
That's about what I expected her to say.
Get all the girls at the brothel, your peacekeeper boys, or bros, and get everyone together and join the festivities.
That seems like a bit too large of a group.
Okay then, we can limit it to just cool people, either way.
You know what? You know, that might not be such a bad idea.
What, was the world ending? I didn't expect you to say yes so quickly.
Want to say that one more time, girlie?
I'm sure you're gonna get all huffy and fight me over it for at least half an hour. Bunch of slum dwellers going into the city proper is only asking for misery. Unless you enjoy being treated like rats, you would be better off celebrating at the pub with people you know. And on and on and on.
Is that what she thinks I sound like? I won't pretend I'm thrilled about the idea, but I've also never taken her to a festival before, which is why I thought it might be worth considering.
You mean Mords?
Mords? Morgana would never speak to me again if I called her that. Yes, Morgana.
Seems to me like you're especially nice there, Jackie. You got a crush on her or something? You've fallen head over heels for her?
Excuse me, who in their right mind would fall for a child that young?
You can't deny you care about her, though. You wouldn't do as much as you do for her if you didn't.
And I never said I didn't care for her. She just... Pretty sure she doesn't have anyone else. So someone's gotta look after her.
Oh, so she's like a little sister to you?
I'm pretty sure she doesn't see me the same way, though. Yeah, I think she hit it right on the nose there. Imagine this is about what it would be like if I had a sister.
Anyway, Mords means a lot to you. That much is obvious to anyone. So how about you ask her if she wants to come to the festival?
You live with her. It'd be much simpler if you did it.
She's kind of been keeping her distance lately.
Oh, did something happen between you two?
Nothing I can think of. Maybe she feels like when I showed up I invaded her territory. She doesn't like me because she doesn't feel as much at home anymore.
So she's being sulky. I didn't realize she was capable of getting moody.
Jackie, that's being super superficial, you know. Sure, she can be pretty tough nut to crack, but she is in love with a 1-year-old girl. She gets happy and sad and upset as much as anyone else.
Try as I might, I simply can't envision it.
So you ask her to come, Jackie? Put your heart and soul into it, you get her there, and we'll have all the fun at the festival, and it'll soothe everything out between me and her.
Putting my heart and soul into it might be counterproductive. But sure, I'll see if she's interested when I go to apply her ointment today.
Thanks a bunch. Well, I should get back. Catch you later, Jackie.
Take care.
Aye, aye.
Morgana, sulking and avoiding Jaren. Now there's an unexpected development. Or maybe I'm just not paying enough attention. Anyway, I should head out and take care of business. Excuse me? No, absolutely not. You could at least pretend to consider the offer. It's not even worth dignifying with an act. Why would you even think inviting me was a good idea anyway? Seems perfectly reasonable to me. There's no harm in changing things up once in a while. Give yourself a little break from spending every day in this depressing little graveyard. The very prospect of attending a festival is considerably more depressing. Come on, it could be fun. Don't dismiss it without. Look at my face. Surely you're not so foolish as to not realize it would mean exposing myself, my face, to heavens knows how many strangers. You're right, I'm not. There'll be so many people there, and everyone will be caught up in the festivities. No one's going to be bother stopping to scrutinize some random girl's face. I'd say you're likely to get significantly less attention in such a crowd. Like they say, the best place to hide a leaf is in the forest. Of course, I don't think you should be afraid to go out any day, festival or not. As far as I'm concerned, there's no reason for you to hide your face at all. That's easy for you to say. It's not my intention. I understand how significant of an issue it is for you. But this festival is a once-a-year thing, and... where's this even coming from anyway? What possessed you to suddenly ask me to the festival? Well, you know. I don't know. If I did know, clearly I would have asked the question, or wouldn't have asked the question. It was Jaren's idea. What? Jaren's idea? She dropped by this morning, and after making quite the racket, she brought up the upcoming festival. So, you're saying you're inviting me because Jaren asked you to? Well, I mean, the biggest reason is because you weren't in any condition to participate in an event like this the last couple years, so I wanted you to experience it this year. Enough, please. This is all for Jaren, isn't it? What? She's concerned because I haven't been speaking with her much lately, right? Well, yeah, she is. But that's not why Okay. I'll go. Really? Yes, for Jaren. I feel guilty knowing I've caused her so much distress. I'm dead weight at the brothel as it is. The last thing I want is to make things even worse by being a source of worry. So I will go to the festival. Morgana, I don't think anyone wants you to go out of some sense of obligation. If that's all, then go. You're done applying the ointment, aren't you? Morgana, please. Go. What's gotten into you? Why are you so upset? I am not upset. Now please, go away. I beg to differ. Okay, I'll leave. Just remember, the festival's there for you to enjoy it, alright? I'll remind you when the day draws closer. I definitely went about that the wrong way, huh? Oh, festival, what fun. I hoped her mood would improve by the time the festival came around, but unsurprisingly my hopes weren't enough to change anything, and Morgana remained distant. She had always been a sullen, aloof girl, but when she was really upset, she completely closed herself off. Day after awkward day crawled by, and I soon began to wonder if inviting her had been a mistake. But after all that, I couldn't just march up to her and say, "Never mind, we're not going." So I was left to endure a long, uncomfortable week until the day the Midsummer Festival commenced. Midsummer is the celebration of the Nativity of John the Baptist. Was an event observed across the land on or around the summer solstice. In our city, festivities lasted for roughly 10 days. A large bonfire burned in the square, vendors set up stalls selling food and trinkets, and girls wore crowns made of flowers, dancing in a parade down the street while onlookers whistled and clapped. The sheer vivacity that permeated the city was enough to make one forget about the Lord's venom coursing through it. Or perhaps that was the goal, an excuse to let loose and slip free of the Lord's iron grip, if only momentarily. We walked down the city's main street, observing the excitement unfolding around us. Our group was only 4 large. The other girls either split off into their own parties, or decided they would rather take the time to sleep. It had been some time since I had left the slums and visited the city proper. We weren't prohibited from entering the city, but wandering around in grimy racks only invited dirty looks, so most tended to avoid it. Nobody was eager to charge headfirst into a den of prejudice. But that all went away when festival time came around. Everyone was too busy enjoying themselves to go around condemning us for our appearance. This is a festival. We're at a festival. A real, live festival. Look, Morge. Look, we're really at a festival. Settle down. I heard you the first time. And I do have eyes, you know. Settle down, but it's a festival. The whole point is to make noise and get wound up and go crazy. If you make that much noise, you'll draw attention to us. No worries, everybody's doing it. We'll fit right in. Still. It looks like they're giving out flower crowns over there. Let's go get some more. Just come on. I have no interest in... Let go of me. Wait, stop pulling. By all the means, have fun, but try not to get separated. This seems to be getting along just fine. Jaren was telling me how Morgana was being distant, but it looks like she might have been reading too much into it. Wait, Jaren said that? So I take it you didn't know either? Yeah, I had no idea, actually. Now there's something you don't see every day. You're always the first one to catch on to any sort of friction between the girls. Yeah, I kinda stuck them both off in my peripheral since neither of them are prone to causing much trouble. So I haven't been watching Jan or Morgana very closely. Damn, I really need to pay more attention, huh? Should have noticed if they had a falling out. Don't beat yourself up over it. You don't need to feel responsible for everything that goes on there just because you've got seniority. What, you worried about me? Think of it more as a warning. Which, generally speaking, one gives because they're concerned. You know, it'd do wonders for what people thought about you if you could just find the stones to say, yeah, I am, instead of blowing smoke every time. And if I were to say that, yes, I was worried about you, you'd have no hesitation saying exactly what you thought that it made you want to hear. Am I that easy to read? Easier than you know. Hold on a sec. If Jaren and Morgana were talking, I assume she's not the one who invited her to come then? Nope. That was me.
Did you really?
Well, color me shocked. Both that you would ask a girl out and that Morgana would agree? She taken a liking to you or something? Though I guess that wouldn't be too much of a surprise with how much time you spend looking after her. Well, actually she had a slightly different reason for agreeing to come. Oh. Oh boy, those crowds are crazy! So, you weren't able to get any flower crowns? No, Morris threw a huge fit before we could get there. She'd said she'd rather go swimming in a latrine than wear flowers. Huh? I never said any such thing. Not those words, maybe, but you were objecting at least that much. What on earth did she say then? Yes, I objected, but only because the crowds were so bad we couldn't have gotten through. Oh, that's all? Can't say I'm surprised. You are both on the small side. Crowds this size could easily wash you away. Well, pardon me for being so small. I never said it was a bad thing. I'm sensing a lot more animosity between him and Morgana than her and Jaren. In that case, we can have Jackie go get them instead. A fine idea. Girls dig a man who knows how to step up and take the initiative. Yeah, girls love a guy who will be a pack you, be proactive. Don't think I missed that juke. Oh, Jacopo, you're such a hunk. And remember, one for each of us. Good grief. Okay, fine, you win. I'll get them, so drop the obnoxious flattery act before I spew chunks. 2 is fine. I don't need one. It is a festival, you know. You should wear something with a little more color for once. Change things up from your usual dreary garb. No, bad Jackie. 0 out of 10. No girl wants to be ordered around like that. Yeah, seriously. At least have some sense and say something like, you would look positively gorgeous with a crown of flowers to accentuate your beautiful hair. I love it. So corny, I can taste it. Just make sure you top it off with, but flowers can never compare with your natural beauty. If you so much as utter a single syllable, I swear I will despise you for all eternity. Never in 1,000 years. Guys, 3 flower crowns coming right up. And stay right there where I can find you, okay? See you, darling. Do those girls ever get tired of heckling me? They were right about the crowds, though. I don't understand how so many people can care so much about a few free flowers. Though I suppose when you're in a festival mood or in a festive mood, frivolities tend to seem all the more attractive. Hey, watch where you're going. Hey, are you okay? I didn't think I bumped you that hard. I'm fine. I'm just feeling slightly under the weather today. Then what are you doing at a festival of all things? Need a hand? No, but thank you. What a curious woman. I get the impression she didn't want anyone to see her face either. And she looked rather well off at that, from what I could make out beneath the robes. A noble, perhaps? No, it couldn't have been. Alright, No time to stand here and muse.
I'm so sorry, I just gave out the very last one.
You cannot be serious.
If only I'd been here a few minutes sooner, you could have gotten some too.
Damn it, if I hadn't been sidetracked by that woman. Thanks anyway, sorry for wasting your time.
Hold up just a sec. I'm all out of crowns, but I do have one spare flower you can have. I was saving it for myself, but I'm in a charitable mood.
Are you sure? It was meant for you. You're allowed to keep it.
You looked like you were really counting on getting those crowns, though.
Oh, no, hardly. Why would anyone care so much about a few flowers anyway?
Don't play dumb with me. They were gonna be for your sweetheart, right?
Now you're being delusional.
Don't be so bashful. Take it. I'm rooting for you. Bye, enjoy the festival.
Thank you. I suppose it's better to come back with something, rather than get my ears chewed off from both sides.
Oh, there he is.
I'm counting exactly 0 crowns. So you weren't able to get any either? I showed up 3 seconds too late. They were all out.
Ha, that's a bummer. What you gonna do? You say free and everyone comes running.
No. He gotta hit him with something a little more girly.
Whoop! They are really pretty. I can see why everyone want them.
You already blew your chance. And speaking of blowing it, Jacopo, we send you out on one little errand, and you can't even manage to pull that off. Worthless grunts. Now who needs a lesson in acting like a girl?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Jacopo. Thank you so much for going out there in the big scary crowds just for us.
I'm gagging from the sheer volume of bullshit erupting from your mouth. Hear me out though. While I may not have been able to get the crowns you asked for, I was able to acquire an exclusive, one-of-a-kind flower. Not so worthless now, am I? Thank you, flower girl, whose name I never got.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. If you were 3, maybe I'd be proud of you.
Then go get your own goddamn flowers.
Whoa. Relax. It is a nice flower. Very pretty. And you never know, it might even look better in someone's hair than a crown.
Oh no, there's still only one. You're never gonna stop complaining, are you? Not complaining, just wondering who you're gonna give it to. Oh. Shit, that is a problem. Right. Then I'll give it to...
Oh. I think this is the first choice of the entire game. Heh, I was thinking there wouldn't be any. Okay, wow. Only what, like a couple hours in? Huh. Morgana, Maria, Jaren, or It's Mine. I don't think Jaren is a good idea. I don't know. I feel like that could compound Morgana's sort of issues right now at the moment even further. Maria's a safe choice, I guess, because, you know, it's Maria, you know, it's a joke, played off as a joke. Morgana specifically said if we got a crown not to give it to her. She never said anything about, well, did she say? She may have actually said flowers in general. Then there's It's Mine, which, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking give it to Morgana. I mean, you know, she's the kid here. Give the flower to the child. That seems fun. I don't know. I mean, she could just get annoyed even further by it. But maybe she doesn't? I'm just not sure what we accomplish with any of these other ones. So here we go, Morgana. Have a flower.
Pick someone else. At least feign interest. Why would you think I would be interested in a flower when I already told you I didn't want a crown? A single flower won't make you stick out as much as a whole crown, so I don't see what the problem is. Why are you so desperate to get me wearing a flower? Excuse me, how am I being desperate? Can you think of a better word to describe your stubborn insistence? A flower would clash horribly with my face anyway. Or are you trying to turn me into a laughingstock? You really need to do something about that cynicism. As I've told you several times already, no one cares how you look. They're too distracted. I am not being cynical. You're a cold-hearted monster if you believe I can simply turn off my anxiety about my appearance.
I mean, that is a fair point, but
you don't have to put it in your hair. If you'd prefer, you can just carry it with you. But I'd like it to go to good use.
I mean, come on, worst case scenario, get this, you're running a graveyard. Graveyards love flowers. So, in prime demand in graveyards, right? Hey? Point it out, Jacopo, come on.
Then give it to Maria or Jaren. I swear, it's like I'm arguing with a brick wall. Okay, let's try this again. We haven't talked much recently, so think of this as... Just take it, please. I look like an oaf waving this damn thing around. Stop trying to shove it into my hands. Okay, there. It's all yours now. Don't you dare throw it away either. What on earth is his problem?
Is there any help in a guy like this? That guy, like, at all?
Now you understand how he can spend so much time in a brothel and still be single, don't you?
Yep, he is completely hopeless.